Hey guys, Leighann here, and I'm super excited about this video series of answering your questions from the survey. I think it's going to be really fun, so I'm just going to jump right in. Our first question is, what are the most effective ways you've learned to be content in the middle of living the unexpected? How do you keep from feeling sorry for yourself or one of your children when they have major life obstacles? I think this is a super good question. I have struggled with it myself in different times of my life, and I think it's universal. I think everybody probably asked themselves this at one point or another. So I'll just share with you a little of my thoughts and see if it helps. I think what jumps out at me first is this idea of contentment and the idea really of discontentment. So discontentment is really wanting something that I don't have, or just kind of reaching forward for things that are out there. Like, here's what I have, but I'd rather have that because it looks easier, nicer. It looks like it would make me happy. And I think the flip of that is just really sitting in what you have and asking yourself about your circumstances, because what you're doing really is wanting to escape where you are. And that idea of escaping, and why am I wanting to escape? Okay, so maybe I've had all these hard things, or maybe, life isn't coming as easily. And I think for me, I've always tried to look for the silver lining, always. Or sometimes I just see it without trying. And the idea of trying to be content really goes back to being grateful for what I do have. So there may be things that aren't lining up the way I thought they would, but I probably still have something going for me, and trying to think of three or four or five things that are going well, um, or even things that I can just grasp onto: the sunshine, a bird singing, um, the fact that the cupcake place makes gluten-free cupcakes for me today, or whatever, just even the small things. I have hot water, I have running water, I can walk outside of my house safely. Things that can help us start to feel differently about our world so that we can be content in our circumstances. Doesn't mean we like them. I have lots of things that I wish I could change in my life, but realizing that they have value, that the difficulty in them is valuable. And I think that kind of goes to my second thing of how I approach difficulty and just not feeling sorry for myself. I think feeling sorry for ourselves comes a lot from asking why. Why did this happen to me? Why aren't things going the way I planned it? I envisioned a life A, B, and C, and I don't have any of it. Or I only have two out of three, or one out of three, or whatever. And I think the better question is what now? So, not why is this happening, or why can't I have, or why whatever, but what do I do with it now? How do I move forward? And I've always been a person who wants to learn more and move forward. And so the way we do that is kind of just by saying, okay, here's what I have. And maybe I don't have all the information, so I go out and get information. Or maybe I'm not grateful enough, or whatever that might be. It's really saying, what do I do now with it? How do I grow? How do I impact others? How do I live a life that's fulfilling even within these circumstances? And I think that's possible for a lot of people. I really do. And would encourage you to just sit where you are and talk to a friend, talk to the Lord, journal, and just ask, what's going well, and what can I do now with what I have to live a fulfilling, more at peace life. So I hope that was helpful for you guys, and I really look forward to talking to you more live like this, quote unquote live. And if you want to submit a question, it's not too late. I'd be happy to answer any questions you guys send in that I can. And you can do that by emailing me. You can comment below. I'd love to hear how you feel about what I said today. And you can also, there's a contact form on the website. You can click over there and send me a question that way. And if this was helpful, share it via Facebook, Twitter, and all that stuff. Send it in an email to a friend. I'd love for you to pass it on. Okay, can't wait to see you guys next week. Can't wait to see what you have to say. Love you, and talk to you soon. Bye.